Hey, didn't see you there. If you're looking for Phish Mexico packing tips, you came to the right place. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Taylor from Roam Away From Home, and welcome back to our Phish Mexico series. This video is part 3 and covers everything about packing. Parts 1 and 2 covered arriving in Mexico, checking into the resort tips for Moon Palace, and part 2 covered the show experience as well as tipping. Part 3 is all about preparing for your trip and bringing the things that'll make your experience even more fun. I'm going to show you some of our favorite things to bring to Phish Mexico, and we bring these to basically any type of music festival, beachy situation. In the description of this video, I've included an Amazon list so you can look at all these items yourself. You do not have to purchase them on Amazon. You can get them almost anywhere in the US, but it was easier to put it all in one place. For the items that I can't find an exact copy of, I found the closest thing on Amazon. Again, it could just help you get started with your packing list. I'm gonna start with the most important thing that we bring to Phish Mexico, which is this mesh bag. We bring this on every beach vacation, every music festival, everything. We love it because it stays dry. So you can put a wet swimsuit in here or anything like that, and you don't have to worry about it getting moldy. I mentioned this in part 1 because it's really important to bring your own tote when you're checking in case your room isn't ready. You can put all the things you need to explore the resort for the day, but you can also use this throughout your trip. Put your towels, your swimsuits, anything you need in this bag, especially as you're hopping between pools and stuff and going to the beach. And if you have excursions, this is just really helpful to bring around in a humid, beachy environment. Now, it is very possible that you will receive a Phish tote as your gift, and you can use this as your pool bag as well throughout your resort time. However, everyone receives the same gift, so keep in mind that everyone's bags look the same, which is why I kind of prefer bringing our own so that it stands out and we can easily find it when we need to. Speaking of the pool experience, one of the things you'll see in Phish Mexico are tons of floaties. People bring those huge unicorn floaties. They have the fun beer pong floaties. Everything you can imagine arrives in Phish Mexico. And I totally get why. It's super fun to have these massive floaties where you can share with your friends. I think last year I even saw an inflatable canoe and someone was pulling people around on this big inflatable boat through all the pools. It is a fun experience. However, those big pool toys are heavy and bulky for bringing to Mexico. I instead bring these. These are called pool hammocks. They have 2 floaties on the end and a mesh part in the middle. So you can sit inside of it. You can float on top of the little floaties, whatever you want to do. My favorite part about this is that this is how much space that they take up for 3 floaties. I prefer these because you can blow them up yourself. They're super lightweight and you can bring them back with you, because a lot of those massive floaties, once they're out of their packaging and they take up a lot of space, they either get thrown away or donated to Mexico. If you are going to bring a big pool floaty, you do not have to worry about blowing it up yourself. There are air compressors near the pool to blow up floaties. Another tip is do not sit next to the air compressors. They're super loud and annoying. But I liked these because I was able to blow them up in my room without passing out and then bring them down to the pool. They're easy to carry and fit in our totes as well as our backpacks and just let them stick out the top. When you buy these, it's super tempting to open everything up and test it out. I actually keep it in the packaging and just trust everything's okay because they're packed very tightly and it takes up a lot less space than if I were to open it, test it out, and try and repack it myself. Another floaty must-have are floatable pool koozies. So these are really fun. They come in multiple shapes. There are lemon and lime slices, rainbows, pineapples, really fun little designs, and it keeps your drink afloat. So as you're at the pool, you can put your drink in one of these koozies and it helps keep your drink afloat. This might sound ridiculous, but I promise it makes a big difference of worrying if your drink tips over, goes under the water, anything like that. You just put your little cup on your floatable koozie and it makes your pool time a lot more enjoyable. Even if you're just walking around with the floaty floating, you just don't have to think about tipping your drink over and over again. Along those same lines, a lot of people recommend bringing their own tumbler. So a Yeti, Stanley cup, some sort of insulated tumbler. These tumblers, the Yeti cups and those kinds of things, they're very heavy and bulky, so it's totally up to you if you want to bring one. If you are someone that likes a lot of ice, I recommend bringing it. If you're someone who really needs a cold drink, I recommend bringing it. If you drink a lot, you should also bring one. And the reason is they normally serve drinks in smaller cups, so a tumbler allows you to have more liquid and keep your drink cooler for longer, especially at the crowded pool bars. That being said, it's not a necessity. You will absolutely be able to have as many drinks as you want without a tumbler. It's just personal preference. In our Amazon list, I linked a Yeti tumbler with a handle because I think those are probably the easiest to carry around in the pool. Totally up to you. Keeping in mind that those big heavy tumblers won't be supported by those pool koozie, floatable koozies that I shared earlier. Another pool tip is to bring a UPF long sleeve surf shirt or some sort of shirt to protect you from the sun's rays. If you're pale or susceptible to sunburn and skin cancer like I am, then I highly recommend these. You are there for multiple days in the sun. If you're currently living in a winter area, this is going to be really helpful. I wear it so that I don't always have to be reapplying sunscreen. I don't have to worry about it. They're also really nice as a kind of a windbreaker. This one has a little hood, so it keeps me nice and warm while acting as sunscreen. And if you're going on excursions like snorkeling, these are gonna be super helpful. They'll save your whole backside from getting blasted in the sun, which happens to a lot of people at Phish Mexico specifically. My mom's a sailor, and so she lives in this UPF clothing. I linked her favorite brand in our Amazon shop. It is Free Fly. It's really awesome. They have windbreakers and little lightweight hoodies like this. I also linked a surf shirt. So if you're looking for something to wear in the water, you're going to want to find a UPF surf shirt or UPF surf guard, something like that, rash guard, UPF surfing. That's what this is. It's a surf shirt and you can wear it in the pool, dry super quickly. They're also helpful if you're already sunburned and want the most protection. So it's kind of like a bring it just in case. Along those same lines, this is my favorite sunscreen. It is Unicorn Snot. I love it because it's glittery. A very subtle glitter, but still glittery. So for Phish, music festivals, anything that's outdoors and concert related, I wear this sunscreen. This is too big for your carry-on, so if you're going to be only carrying on your bags, you're limited to 100 milliliters or 3 ounces. This is 4.5 ounces, so you'll have to get a little travel bottle to squeeze it into, but I will definitely be bringing this. I will show you. You can see it's a subtle shimmer, but I really love it. And on the whole body, it looks really cool and it smells amazing. I also recommend bringing some sort of hat, bucket hat, that covers your ears for sun protection. It'll just, all these things protecting you from the sun just help you last longer when you're not used to being in the sun all day long for multiple days in a row. We actually designed this bucket hat, so we wear our own clothing at Live Music Threads, our other business, but any sort of bucket hat that can protect your ears, and if you are more susceptible, one that can protect the back of your neck as well, are going to be super helpful for Phish Mexico. You can wear it to the concerts, at the pool, on your excursions, everywhere. Up next, we have this shawl. I would recommend anything like this that's unique to you, a little cover up, something like this. We actually use this both to mark our pool chairs because, again, everyone has the same towels, everyone has the same bags. So having a little bit of something else to mark your spot or at least trigger to you, oh yeah, that's where my stuff is. It's really helpful because the pool is huge. We also use this multi-purpose for our flag on our balcony. A lot of people at Phish Mexico will hang a flag outside their balcony. It's kind of like a way to literally flag the other people that you are there for Phish Mexico, because the resort has random families too. It's not just Phish fans. This year we're going to be hanging up a Swiftie flag instead of this. This is just really nice because it packs super small and you can use it for so many different purposes. I recommend bringing this or a flag or something fun to hang on your balcony. Even if it's not a shawl, you can bring anything. As I mentioned in part 1, all of the buildings look the same, so having something that helps you stand out can actually be really helpful. Is a Matador pocket blanket. This is invaluable for shows. We also use this just for hanging out at the beach as a little protector for our mesh backpack because sand gets in it. This is a really nice thing to have, and it unfolds to this nice blanket. It's also really easy to bring in places because it is so small, and then you just fold it back up. It's very thin, very durable. Our last one probably went to 100 concerts at least, and it was still in good shape. This is our new one. I mentioned in every part of this series that I got a foot injury last year at Phish Mexico from being barefoot too long. So I do recommend wearing shoes. These are waterproof EVA Birkenstocks. I absolutely love these. They're not as supportive as regular Birkenstocks, but they're a great alternative for being in the water. I will be wearing these absolutely everywhere I go during Phish Mexico. And I can really only wear Birkenstocks because of my injury, so protect your feet. My husband will be wearing these Tevas, and I have linked both the Tevas and the Birkenstocks for you if you want to check them out. When it comes to footwear, Make sure to check if you're going on an excursion, if there are any requirements. Your excursion should list things to bring. So it should list things like a swimsuit, sunscreen, water, and footwear. Some excursions will require closed-toed shoes. Some events will require closed-toed shoes. So depending on your excursion and what else you're doing, you will want to adjust your shoe type. Another benefit of having this surf rash guard, also is for excursions, is if you are doing an active sport like surfing, scuba diving, snorkeling, flow rider, any of those things, and you only brought bikinis or you're worried about your top popping off, then this will save you. I wear this when I'm doing super active things, so I don't have to worry about my swimsuit moving around. Another fun pool/water activity that we have are waterproof games. This is a game called Spot It. It's really fun, and it's like a little matching game. We bring this to shows and stuff. You can play it in line, you can play it at the pool. They're waterproof cards, it's very packable. Anyone can play this game. We also have waterproof playing cards for other games. So I recommend bringing these. They're just a fun way to pass the time if you are waiting in line or if you're waiting for the show to start. This is an easy way to have fun with your line buddies or your show buddies or even at the pool. When it comes to preparing for your travel and items that'll make your travel easier, a lot of that is going to be up to you what you want to bring. One thing I recommend for any humid kind of travel are these waterproof passport cases. They actually fit in all scanners for passports, so you don't have to take the case off. They're very cheap, come in a pack of 5 on Amazon. I've used these since 2009 for traveling, and they have, honestly, this one I think is like, this cover is about 10 years old, so they last a long time, they protect your passport, and I recommend for travel. I also recommend bringing some sort of water bottle. It could be disposable, it could be a reusable one like this one from last year, but bringing something like this with you on the plane so that you can fill it up with water, and then when you arrive you have water already, you can hydrate. It's just nice to have your own water bottle of some sort. You could be gifted this one, so even if you want to buy a water bottle at the airport that's a little bit bigger that you can refill, that's fine too. One thing you do not need to bring to Phish Mexico if you're coming from the US is an adapter. Outlets are the same, so if you have American outlets, you will be able to use your electronics and charge your electronics in Mexico with no issues. That being said, if you do want to bring an external battery pack, if you have excursions planned, or even if you want to make sure that your phone stays charged during your travels, that's a good idea too. Just know that you cannot check batteries, so any kind of battery component you're bringing with you, you will have to carry on with you on the plane. And that includes computers and iPads as well. I always bring earplugs and an eye mask with me when I am traveling anywhere. You don't know if your neighbors are going to be really noisy at night. You don't know what your flight's going to be like, if you're going to have a baby next to you that's crying the whole time. Usually it's the toddlers, not the babies, but you get the point. And I have this really nice eye mask that I love that doesn't touch your eyelids. It like sticks out, and I love it because it's super comfortable and I could barely feel it. I linked that in the Amazon. Any earplugs, you can get loop, you can just get the regular earplugs for you, those work too. If you want to get the best sleep ever at the hotel, you might just want to bring these items because you just never know who your neighbors are going to be, you never know what noises you're going to be hearing, so always eye mask and earplugs, they go a long way. When we travel internationally, we typically bring like our Nintendo Switch, our iPad, all of those things. When we go to Phish Mexico, we limit all of our electronics, so it's a little bit different. Because the experience is outside of the hotel room and we're going to be, at the pool and doing all the shows and all the fun things at the resort, we actually intentionally do not bring as many electronics with us so that we can just embrace the experience. If you're someone that needs to work while you're there, I'm sorry. but really, you should limit it to just one computer. You don't need to bring a whole suite of electronics. I just find that bringing more electronics in the end always makes it a little bit more annoying when you're traveling. You have more weight on your back. It takes longer to go through security if you're not pre-checked, all of those things. And plus, not bringing the electronics with you encourages you to get outside of your hotel room. Totally up to you, but just my 2 cents is anytime that we've brought an iPad or our Switch or anything like that with us to these kinds of events, we never use it. So we just decided this time to leave it all behind. And yes, I recommended earplugs, but the one thing that I recommend for the shows are eargasm concert earplugs. I wear these to every single show. If you're someone who has tinnitus already, goes to a lot of shows, likes to be close, you should get eargasm earplugs. I have asked them to sponsor me multiple times and they haven't, but I will always plug them. I know a lot of musicians who wear them as well, and they have saved my hearing so much. We've easily been to over 1,000 concerts in our lifetimes, and I do not have any hearing loss, so I will always plug Eargasm earplugs. They are more comfortable than most. They come in multiple sizes, and you can get a little carrying case. So it's a little tiny carrying case that has a keychain on it, and you can hook that to your loop of your pants, or you can hook it to a bag or anywhere, and I bring these everywhere with me. And they're a great way to filter out also crowd noise. So if you have a chomper next to you, they help because you just won't hear them and you'll only hear the music. I love it. They take a little bit to get used to, but it is something that will pay off in the long run. When it comes to the more typical packing items, like what you want to bring with you to Phish Mexico, I want to share the tips that every single person who has gone before has said. You want to bring more swimsuits, fewer clothes. You want to bring more dry fit clothes, fewer cute clothes. You know, like you don't want to be bringing jeans because they don't dry. You don't want to be bringing heavy cotton clothes because they don't dry. Bring dry fit clothes, active wear, windbreaker, and lots of swimsuits. And by lots of swimsuits, I'm only bringing 2. Bring more than 1 swimsuit because it's very possible that one won't be dry and you don't want to put on a cold swimsuit. When you're thinking like, oh, should I bring this or this? And one of the items is going to be a functional piece of clothing that you can wear and get wet and wear in the sun, choose that over the super cute thing. There are sit-down restaurants. There are some more upscale restaurants at the resort than others. So you maybe bring like a nice sundress or something like that that you can wear out to eat if that's on your list of things that you want to do. And again, when it comes to clothing, check your excursions if you're going on any excursions. See what they recommend you bring and make sure you have those items on your list. A lot of people are going to recommend waterproof cases for your iPhones and stuff like that. You can just really get away with doing double Ziploc bags, and that works just as well. Just throwing that out there. What you're really going to have more concern of when it comes to your phone is sand getting in your ports. So sand getting in your speaker ports, your charging ports, anything like that. So you want to make sure you protect your phone from the sand. Not that many people bring their phone into the pool or into the ocean. So I don't think that's as much as a concern as the sand getting into your phone. The hotel does provide basic toiletries, but if you have specific shampoos and conditioners or lotions or anything that you would wear in your daily routine, I recommend going through your daily routine like a couple days before your trip or a week before your trip. Pay attention to what you use on a daily basis. Pay attention to your morning routine. What do you use? Toothbrush, toothpaste, face wash, lotion. If you want to bring those things with you, do. Having some aloe with you and bringing it with you in your trip is not a bad idea either, especially if you're susceptible to sunburns. You can buy things at the resort. They're just all overpriced. And that's why I recommend bringing your own sunscreen, your own toiletries if you have specific ones. If you don't care at all, you can just use what the resort provides, and that's totally fine too. When people mention getting food poisoning in Mexico, they're not actually talking about the water from your faucets or your showers in your hotel room. Moon Palace operates on RO water, which is reverse osmosis water, meaning that it's safe to drink the tap and the shower water. All of the ice at the resort is already filtered. The tap water is already filtered. If you're going to get food poisoning at Phish Mexico, you're more likely to get it off-site. And it's not the drinks that people are serving you. It is actually a lot of times the dishes that are cleaned at off-site restaurants, off-site excursions, or the produce that's washed and it hasn't fully been dried. So if someone rinses the produce in non-RO water and then there's still water on that produce, like a piece of lettuce or something, you eat that, you might get sick. If someone washes a dish and they haven't fully wiped it down, you might get sick from that. But it's not really going to be things at the resort. And I say that because a lot of people get really, really worried about it. There are steps you can take to help prevent, any illnesses. I know a lot of people take probiotics for about 2 weeks leading up to the event to try and boost their gut biome and make them more resilient to new forms of bacteria that they might encounter in Mexico. You can also actually ask your doctor to prescribe you a specific medication, like an antidiarrheal medication for food poisoning, and bring it with you if you want. There are plenty of pharmacies in Mexico too where you can buy that there as well. But I would say your risk of getting food poisoning at the resort is pretty small. And if you do, it probably has nothing to do with the fact you're in Mexico. It just has to do with that certain dish that day. Just like any other place in the whole world, you can get food poisoning from anywhere. If you might be on your menstrual cycle at Phish Mexico, bring your own stuff. You can buy things there, but a lot of times actually tampons aren't as common in other countries. So just bring your own items with you if you might be hitting that time of the month in your cycle. I have too many times been abroad and been in that situation where I didn't plan the right way. Now I just use a cup, so I bring it with me no matter what trip I go on, and I'm always covered. All right. Those items are all the logistical items. I included a couple more things on the Amazon shop that I find helpful, but again, don't have to buy any of them. They're just ideas. If it's something that you think will make your trip better, go for it. Now is the fun stuff. All the things that help you connect with other fans and really make your Mexico experience even better. And the number one thing you should bring to Phish Mexico are stickers. We will be giving out these glitter Swiftie stickers. Taylor Swift and Phish crossover. And this is our design. We sell them on our shop, Live Music Threads, obviously. And we will also have a Funky Bitch sticker, Sphere stickers, a lot of things to give out because this is one of the most fun things. Everyone comes with stickers and you exchange, and I think that if we didn't know about the stickers last year, we would have felt really left out because it is like a thing you do. You meet a fan in line, you exchange a sticker. There is an unofficial sticker exchange event right now, and you can find information about that on the Facebook groups. And there is some talks that they might even have an official one this year because Dave and Tim had not only an official trading post where you can exchange different things that you made, they also had a balcony decorating contest. So undetermined if that'll happen for Phish Mexico, but that would be a really cool addition to the scene. Last year we brought 150 stickers. It was not nearly enough. This year we're bringing about 400 stickers, and I think that that's a sweet spot according to everyone. Some people bring, 100 of 3 different designs, something like that, but I recommend a minimum of 200 stickers, and if you can, 400 would be great. You'll give them all out. I think we gave out 100 during shows to our friends near us at the shows and people we talked to in line and stuff. And then we only had 50 left for the sticker exchange. Here are some fun ones from last year, just to give you an example. Every single one is different, but they're all really fun to hand out. And you never know what you're gonna get. They just are fun little exchanges to see how creative everyone is and to see what they come up with next. And it's one of our favorite parts of Phish Mexico is meeting fans and exchanging stickers. Along those same lines, another popular thing to trade are friendship bracelets. And my first ever friendship bracelet was actually at Phish Mexico. Then I went to the Eras tour and started making a ton of them because they're a really fun and personal thing to exchange with other fans. I first started making friendship bracelets with this little starter kit. And I linked this in Amazon. It'll make a few bracelets, not, hundreds, but it will make a few if you want to get started and you want a kit that includes the string and all the beads. I've also found a lot of elastic string and beads at our local Dollar Tree. So head to the Dollar Tree if you want to make bracelets for cheap. Really fun exchanging of bracelets, and it's something that then you can wear all the time to kind of like relive your Phish Mexico experience. Another item that's growing in popularity are these glasses. First of all, I love these colored glasses for the shows themselves because they make the lights look really cool and they kind of block the glare so I could stare right at the lights. Chris Kuroda is actually what made me become a Phish fan, and now I just love staring at the lights, and these colorful glasses kind of reduce the glare and let me stare at it even more. I'm like a little bug to the light. A lot of people have been decorating these, and so you can super glue some beads to them, create cute sayings, and I've seen people hand these out or even selling them for Phish Mexico. It's a fun little addition for the shows, and you can make it personal to whatever. They look super cute in photos. Absolutely love this. You can buy these heart glasses in really big packs, so it's a pretty cheap thing to make and really personal, again, like the bracelet. This is another style of bracelet that you don't have to make, but you can order in packs. These bracelets light up. There's a switch right here that makes it light up. And then at night, this whole thing looks lit up. Our friend Terry got these for us at Phish Sticks to help find each other when we took bathroom breaks, and they really do work. So if you're coming with a group, these can be a great way to find your group. Of course, I say that, and if everyone did it, it'd be harder. But we only turn these on when one of us goes to the bathroom, and so then when they come back, we're able to find each other. I will say that at Phish Mexico, it's a lot easier to find your group than at Phish Sticks because it's so much smaller. But these are fun, and they're easy to put on, and they look pretty cute. I also love doing makeup for Phish shows. Any Phish show, I like doing the glitter, the bright colors, vibrant. And for Phish Mexico, I feel like you can go even more because we're on the beach. It's a fun, vibrant environment naturally. And so I go all out, and I will continue to go all out with fun makeup, body paint, stuff like that. So I've linked a couple of my items, but a lot of the things that I actually use aren't on Amazon, so I am going to show you them on this video. This one I did link to. This is Unicorn Snot, that same sunscreen brand. This is water activated paint, and the top layers are UV activated, so under black light they glow really brightly. This is a really fun way to just add things. You can, put it on your body, you can add some elements to your face makeup, whatever you want. But it's fun. It's just like a fun little thing that you can do and add a little bit of bright color and bright energy to your style. There are theme nights, and I talked about this in part 2, so you can also incorporate the theme nights if you want to do that with your makeup styles too. Now for glitter, I'm a glitter fanatic. I wear a lot of glitter to all shows. That includes Phish shows, Dead & Company, raves, Taylor Swift, like everything have an excuse to wear glitter, I do. And one of my favorite brands for glitter eyeshadows is Queen Cosmetics. You can see I've used the glitter a lot, but they're really fun, and Queen Cosmetics is not on Amazon. It is a small business, so I absolutely love this brand. Another brand I really like is Slayfire. This is what the logo looks like. They sell glitters in jars, and they are so beautiful. They go on really easily. They stay on. They're budge proof. They're waterproof unless you rub it, so you can wear these all night long and have a bunch of glitter. And Slayfire is one of my favorite brands for glitter. They're just really cool. You can have a lot of different colors, make it really personal to you. And this is another small business that's not on Amazon, so I just wanted to share my top glitter experiences are Unicorn Snot, Slayfire Cosmetics, and Queen Cosmetics. The reality is Moon Palace is an all-inclusive resort. They have everything that you need there. You could go, show up, just the clothes on your back, and figure it out and have a great time. These items for packing are only going to enhance your experience and really help you get the most out of your Phish Mexico, the whole thing, the shows, the pool, the resort, the excursions, and help you be comfortable the entire time. If you get there and you realize you forget something, there are shops at the resort where you can buy things like sunscreen, an extra swimsuit. Same thing for if your bags get lost during your travels, you can still buy stuff at the resort. If you're looking for fun, Phish-inspired apparel, check out our other company, Live Music Threads. We make a variety of designs for Phish fans, and we're always coming out with stuff that's new. We have totes, things like that. So if you want to just have some extra fun with stickers or any apparel items, go ahead and check us out. Or you can find us at the resort, and we will be giving out stickers. So just find us there. We're super excited for Phish Mexico. We hope this packing list helped you out, and we are going to link the Amazon shop again in the description. You can find any of these items typically at like a local Walmart or anything like that, but it's all in one place on Amazon, which makes it easier. I'll also link some of those small businesses that I mentioned. We hope you have the best time, and we know you will because now you have all the tips. This is the final part of our 3-part series. Parts 1 and 2, go back and look at them if you haven't yet and you want even more tips. We're super excited for this year. We think it's going to be one of the most fun yet. Subscribe for more Phish Mexico content because we will be sharing Phish Mexico 2024 stuff in the future. And drop any questions you have in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. It's impossible to cover every single detail, but these are the things that we get the most questions about, so we wanted to put it all in this 3-part series. If anything else comes up, drop a question, happy to answer. Thank you so much. Bye!